It's R&R. You're on the Star. 94.1 FM is our home now. If you went to those other numbers, just rip it out. They ain't going back. Someone just texted, asked, are you staying there? Is this permanent? Yeah, we moved into the mansion on the top of the hill. We ain't going anywhere.
We just got to pay the property taxes.
We do that. That's why we have guests like we have coming, so we can pay those property taxes. SAFC getting back into action, dealing with some COVID issues. Those are back behind us. Number 2 in the Western Conference, the goalie with the most is joining us, Jordan Farr of SAFC Stardom. Welcome aboard the show. How's your day going this morning, Jordan?
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
No problem, man. How's everything going? You've been on the road quite some time. You still got one more on the road versus Monterey Bay. You ready to get back home?
Yeah, I forgot what my wife and dog look like, but we're happy to stay on the road and keep grinding. This team is all about embracing the suck and embracing the grind and kind of just no excuses type of soccer. But man, we do miss our home for sure.
Everything here, Jordan, and I'm sure you know that by now, goes back to the Spurs. And the year the Spurs lost in the championship, that following year, they were on a mission and they wouldn't be denied. Has that kind of been the mantra that you all have taken on, considering you were right there, you could taste it? Is that the mantra is that the path that y'all are taking this season? Like y'all on a mission, you got to get back?
It's a great point and a great reference. I think that's exactly kind of the mentality of the group, especially the guys that were there in Orange County that lost that night, and then especially going back to Orange County this year and getting them and beating them 1-0. Stuff like that kind of sets the whole season up. And even though we, suffered a loss, I think you're right on the money. It almost feels like there's something not only special, but kind of like a revenge or something that we missed out on that we all really, really want to get back.
We're joined by Jordan Farr, goalkeeper with SAFC. Well, you made lots of highlights in the Republic Cup chase. It was, I think Pledge just said, I remember one, I think he was standing on his head with a save. Just spectacular start to the season. Talk about your role as the goalie and the fire starter as you have been. I mean, you talk about that grind and embracing the suck. You're in the grind of the season right now. What's your role in keeping that fire going?
Yeah, as a goalkeeper, you're going to be one of the more consistent players on the team as games get hot and heavy. You're not obviously tracking as much miles onto your GPS,
right?
Let's say. So it's in a way, the goalkeeper's job is to keep everyone's energy high and to keep everyone's focus super on key and on point.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of been I kind of embraced that role. We have incredible captains and incredible leaders on this team. I'd say everyone in the locker room has leadership qualities, and then our leadership group of themselves are just fantastic people. And so we kind of all have a role to play and have skin in the game as it comes to like every day showing up, wanting to train hard, being focused, and kind of like just focusing on the task at hand. This team specifically is one that takes every game like it's a championship game, and that requires a ton of focus and a ton of energy. And so I'd like to think that I help feed into that positive energy and then keeping people focused as well.
Only 10 goals against. I think you're feeding into it, my brother.
Absolutely. And so, Jordan, a lot of times, when you watch our game, like the goal, sometimes he's barking on guys. And then you see the guys with the approach that's like the positive reinforcement approach. What is your approach? Are you like hey, what the hell were we doing there? Get your heads out. Or are you like, hey, guys, we messed up there. Let's not let it happen again. What's your approach to the game and kind of controlling and being the captain of the defense?
Yeah, that's a funny question because I find myself in both camps sometimes. I don't know if y'all know about Tim Howard. He's a huge goalkeeper,
yes.
Obviously. He's one that he's not really a positive reinforcement.
Not at all. Not at all.
And so I like to add that into my game. I think there's moments for everything. There's moments to get really into guys and get kind of like you said, light a fire under their butts. And then there's other times where it's like they know they messed up, and it's more about, hey, getting back on track and focus. But it's I've had times where I've made a stupid error or done something as well. And I think this team, one of its greatest qualities is that we're putting money in the bank before we take it out. as in there's a lot of positive reinforcements happening prior to those mistakes. And so when those mistakes do happen, there's enough investment in each person that you can kind of take some out through like, hey, come on, that's not good enough.
Remarkably well
or
said.
Something else a little harsher.
Remarkably well said. That's the fundamentals of a great team. You invest so you can withdraw, and if you do invest, it's not that hard to withdraw. You know, you can take that battery because you know you're headed in the same direction. What a great statement, Jordan Farr of SAFC joining us. You know, you talked about embracing the suck, and I can't get over that. Are you in the doldrums of the season now? I mean, how do you get through June, July, and August, and knowing that there's a long way to go here? You've started hot and maintaining of you know, the hot goalie we've all talked about. That maintenance kind of thing. As you grow into your professional career, is that one of the more difficult things to kind of accept and to grow into?
Yeah, that was one of the hardest things last year for me, kind of learning how to be a starting goalkeeper and playing week in and week out, especially with the 3 games in 1 week. And it just makes my respect for basketball, like NBA players, the Spurs guys, go even higher, because mentally getting up and down is so difficult, especially on nights where it's, you know, you're putting everything into it, and then, you know, 2 days later you got a game. And you use the word maintain or maintenance, and maintaining, that's kind of the name of the game. You have to stay in a position mentally and physically to where you're maintaining, and you're not losing focus, but you're also not getting too like high either after a big game or a big win. There's been a few of those this year where we've had the opportunity of getting really high and really, really happy about a result, but you know, it's about the next one. And that's exactly what I mean by sex, because as an athlete, as a competitor, is something that this is our job. It's refreshing when you get to like celebrate a win. And we do so in our own ways, but again, it's about maintaining and kind of keeping level heads.
All right, let's talk about the locker room real quick. Last time I heard talk about you in a stormtrooper helmet. Explain this.
What?
So I'm not sure how, like, when the stormtrooper helmet was made, but it was from our fans, the Crocketeers. Nice. And they gifted it to me after the Austin win, which I took gladly, almost like, you know, the ring from Lord of the Rings. I don't know. It's like it felt like it was a passing down of something. And so when we took it in the locker room, we just started dancing with it, and then it was used for the May 4th stuff, or May the 4th be with you. And so it's been sitting in our locker room, and it feels kind of like a trophy, but we haven't had a home game in so darn long. We haven't got to break it out very much.
Treat it like the turnover chain. You earn that thing.
Yeah, you got to earn it. Well, before we get you out of here,
chain, that's right. Yeah.
Before we get you out of here, good luck Saturday versus Monterey Bay and Tuesday back home against St. Louis. But you're about the 3rd or 4th FC player we've interviewed this year, and I ask all of them, Jordan, when you not on the broccoli and grilled chicken and the fish and Kiona.
He's a goalie. He can eat what he wants. He ain't running.
What's your favorite? Yeah. Quinoa. What's your favorite restaurant in San Antonio?
Oh, I love that question. And that's funny that you say it. As a goalkeeper, you don't have to run as much, but it's almost worse because you can't eat as much because you'll just get fat.
Yeah, you can move and dive. You got it.
Well, that's less space between you and the pole.
The keeper got to be limber.
Get wider. Okay.
No, he got to be limber. He's got to be thin and fit too. Where do you like to eat, Jordan?
There's a restaurant downtown on the Riverwalk. Me and my wife went there.
Is it Mexican food?
It is. It's called Domingo.
Oh.
And I had one of the most amazing Wagyu burgers there. It had seared, like, thick cut bacon and this amazing guacamole. It was unbelievable. So I'm kind of plugging that restaurant. And then I also know I got to go Flaco Tacos as well. That's our goalkeeper coach's wife's food stand as well.
Oh, there we go. Flaco Tacos. We're down. Let's promote that.
We're down. We're not soccer players, Jordan, so we're down. No, man, good luck Saturday, brother.
Go ahead.
Hey, what a great interview. Thanks for stopping by. Will you come back in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we got to get you back, Jordan.
I would absolutely love that. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me.
SAFC's very own goalkeeper, Jordan Farr, got him a Stormtrooper helmet and only 10 goals against. That's why we're winning. Thanks for stopping by, Jordan. It's been a genuine pleasure. Don't forget, they're coming back home after a sojourner. Wow, we got Monterey Bay and St. Louis coming to town in just a couple of days. Go to SAFC.com. Make sure you get your tickets and go check them out. Join the Crocketeers. It's a party. It is indeed a party.